Good morning, welcome back to the channel. So we are just hiding in the car because it is raining. Done the registration, no kit checks at the thing. Apparently they do it around the course, just randomly. So we came back outside and it started raining. So we are sitting in the car. I think we've got probably a good 10 minutes before we have to start walking to the start. So Blue is chilling, Mum's here too. Support crew, but not allowed support crews. So yeah, a little bit nervous now, but we'll see. So I chose Ultra X for the race, mainly because of location. When I looked at it, it worked out for me and for Mum with the dog, and also generous cut-off times, because I've never done this before. Right, 3 minutes to go. Actually getting a little bit nervous now. Still haven't decided on the kind of coat t-shirt situation because the weather. We'll see. No. At the top of another hill. We have done some downhill, but yeah, walking up the hills, running the flat bits, no, jogging the flat bits, walking up the hills, jogging the flat bits, running down. Gorgeous. The sun's come out! I love filming downhill, but I love running downhill, sorry. I struggle to film it because it's usually pace at 3. But yeah, the sun has come out and it's a beautiful view. Just don't know what mile we're on. Coming up to mile 10, 12, possibly. Feels good. So yeah, I think this was mile 12, and just a note, up until the weekend before, the furthest I'd run in well over a year was 13 miles, so we were starting to hit new territory. Hi! So, little update. I've just gone through, well, we kind of went up and up and up, and I didn't stop at checkpoint 1 because I wanted to stop at checkpoint 2 and checkpoint 4. And I kept going and kept going. There's supposed to be checkpoints every 10 kilometres, so I thought, I haven't gone for ages. Anyway, turns out I'd missed checkpoint 2. Not sure how, other than my fabulous geography skills. But also they're normally pretty obvious. So I rang the race director and he basically said, like, if you want to go back you can. It's an automatic default on an hour. You'll know what time you've done it in if you feel like you've got enough fuel. The problem was I didn't really have enough fuel because I was fully anticipating checkpoint 2 coming up. So that was really annoying. And I got in a bit of a grump because I was relying on checkpoint 2. Anyway, kept going, that's fine. Back onto the moors, just like all the way up there. You can possibly see I have my coat on. And that is because there was a monster of a thunder, hail, rain, downpour. I am soaking wet. Bring on checkpoint 3. So when I listen back to this, you cannot hear a thing. The wind is blowing an absolute gale. But basically what I'm explaining is that I'm walking up a hill, and over to the far left, just over there where I'm pointing, I can see a blue car. Now I have a blue car and I know that my mum is out and about. She's following me on WhatsApp with the dog. And I'm currently wondering how unbelievably excited I should be if that is my mum, to kind of have a cuddle and get out of this grump having seen the dog and missing checkpoint. I still don't believe this until I'm there. but it is my car. I've never been so happy to see my car. Ridiculous. As you can see, I was super excited to see them. We're not allowed to support crews, so I obviously couldn't change any clothes or do anything particularly, but it sure did help to lift my mood. Hey, look at those views. And the sun's back out. And I found the infamous checkpoint 3. So I had some mini eggs and I filled it with my water, because you're not actually allowed to support crew. So I didn't fill up my water in my car. I just had a cuddle and stopped dropping. So yeah. So apparently checkpoint 4 was 8 kilometres away from checkpoint 3. So quite 10. And then checkpoint 5 is 12 kilometres after that. Now to me, checkpoint 5, given that checkpoints are every 10 kilometres, checkpoint 5 should be the end. I'm going to clarify that at the next checkpoint, because I won't stop at checkpoint 4 if that's the case. Oh, sorry, that's a bit bad. But yeah, the sun is coming back out. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. I'm assuming this way. Probably put my phone down. Yeah, 21 miles, which is 10 miles off the finish. So, in 4 miles time, that will be the furthest I have ever run. And this way. And I'm also learning I suck at navigation, like really bad. But hey, just another flight of stairs. So this was the final downhill. I could actually see the finish and I could see another girl in front of me, and probably for the last mile or so, no, about 3 miles, I'd been kicking a little bit harder. I felt really good and I thought, right, this is it. I can see the end. Hey, so we have made it home, and if you know, you know. An hour, 15-20 minutes in the car. I now have to get out. Wish me luck. Hi! So I think we are a week after the Ultra, and I just thought I'd finish off the video with a little kind of rundown, how I felt, how it was, and Ultra X as a company. Yeah, so first ever Ultra. Not in peak condition body-wise. If you've looked at my other videos, you can see that I competed as a bodybuilder about 4 weeks ago. My blood tests weren't ideal after that. We're supposed to have a certain amount of body fat on us. I did not, but I'm fine. And I chose this Ultra because the reviews for the company were great for a start. It was close by, it meant that my mum could meet me to look after the dog for the day. And also, because it was July, I was thinking, brilliant. It's going to be nice, sunny, great views. A little bit wrong. How wrong was we? Was we? How wrong was I? So yeah, but it felt really good. Now I do a lot of running. I've always enjoyed running, but I've never been able to find a distance that I'm really comfortable with. I always trail as a general rule because I just find it more interesting. I get really bored running on the road. My knees don't like running on roads. So yeah, so we set off with the day. It was great. Couldn't decide clothing wise whether to start with the coat, try and get dry. I've never done this. It was all unknown territory, but I had a plan, which was to walk up the hills, jog across the top of the hills where it was flat, and run down the hills because I love running down hills and find it really exciting. And touch wood, haven't injured myself too badly as a result of kind of doing a Phoebe style run down the hill. So yeah, Had a really good day, got absolutely soaking wet through, got cold, got sunshine, but felt amazing. And then actually must have been on Monday morning when the actual results came out, it turned out I came third, which was mental, not expected at all. Once I'd got to mile 20, I decided that it'd be quite a good idea. I could just pick it up then. I thought, oh, I'll just pick up the pace a little bit, take the risk. If anything, I can walk 10 miles, that's not a problem. Really generous cut-off times, so I thought if I do myself in, if I'm knackered, I can just walk the rest of the 10 miles, but that didn't happen. I still managed to sprint finish, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. If I can sprint finish after every race, does that mean that I'm not trying hard enough in the race? I don't know, we'll see. Definitely felt the impact of having spent the last 12 months, if not a little bit longer, no, 12 months training to build muscle. I actually have hamstrings now. Definitely felt the effects of that. Going up the hills, was still going up at a pretty decent pace. I do a lot of hiking anyway. So yeah, just thought I'd finish the video off with a little lowdown. Before the run on Saturday, I had actually spotted another 50k in Madeira, one of the Portuguese islands. I say that like I knew where it was. I didn't, I definitely Googled it. But before signing up to that, I thought I'll get Saturday out of the way and see what the company was like. I've run a few races with certain, I keep wanting to say federations, but companies, race companies, I don't know, I'm sure there's a proper term. And I thought, no, I'll wait till Saturday, see if the company's any good, because I don't really want to be in Portugal with a rubbish setup, but no, wasn't the case. So I got home and yeah, definitely booked Madeira. So thank you for watching the video. I'm going to try and get a little bit better at it and definitely put in a training block now for running. So yeah, we'll go from there. Take care.